What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my law school training here. Today's our first trial date for the Samurai case. I feel a little weird talking without any volume on, but that is what it is. So it's October 18th, 10 a.m. We're District Court, courtroom number 4. Let's go. Oh, look who it is. It's Edgeworth again. Okay. My voice is ready. I'm in the zone. I just recorded Pokemon. I'm still sipping on my cranberry Coke. Feeling good. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I can't say honor very well in that British accent. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I feel good about this trial, though. Very well. Ms. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It's impossible for anyone else who committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call His Familiar Face Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Great. My boy. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Oh crap, what's his voice? Oh jeez, what was it? Yes, sure, I'll explain with the guide map here. That's it. That's it. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here's the employee area. The actors did a run-through on their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past security station is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there are only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. Duh, it was lodged in his chest. Genius detective work there, pal. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Nah! I'm in my element. I'm feeling it. We're good. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Okay. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh gosh, my voice is not ready for this. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please. Oh, I love it. He's getting mad. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names.
Wendy Oldback, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. So we went...
I can't keep up with this. If you can read it, good for you. But with that voice, not keeping up with it. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. I'm with Edgeworth on this one. I don't want to hear you ramble. She kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure is one. Old Bag. I love her name is Old Bag. It's so funny. Here we go.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing the run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, who was heading toward the studio.
My throat is like not feeling good. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's go. Okay, on the day of the murder, guard station, 1 p.m. I'm not going to do the voice when it's not necessary. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go to the studio. Okay, there was a security guard at the gate. The main gate was locked. Okay. You need an employee card key to get in, right? The card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Okay. Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. Keep on pressing. A run-through. They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. 5-year-old Hammer went to studio at 1 in the afternoon, so Powers was in his dressing room sleeping. When he was supposed to be practicing? Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-in through the morning, why did you only get that afternoon? Errands to run. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Alright, I'm gonna dive back into the voice. I don't like not doing it.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea.
Anyway, it's 1 o'clock when I get to the guard station.
I'm not doing it for this part. I don't know why I just did it. I'm only going to do it for like the in-betweens, you know? Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next. At the main gate from then till 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job with a snapper?
No, just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper.
Snipper whapper? Oh, Windbag is losing it, Nick. Her name is Old Bag. Show some respect to your elders, whippersnapper. Maya. Why don't you raise an objection? Sir, the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Okay. Hold it. How did you know that?
Oh, I have my way, that overdressed younger detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. He kind of sucks. I feel bad for him, but he does kind of suck. 2 o'clock, you're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited your age, you might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies on a budge, I tell you who it was.
So you saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Don't wax your ears, sonny.
I think this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Alright, I know what to do. We have that photograph where you can't tell that it was actually Powers. Let me get this straight, Old Bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're not talking about the man in this photo. But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see those powers, right?
No, they can't. Oh, Freaking poor Edgeworth. I almost feel bad for him, almost. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I knew that. I was involved yesterday.
Clearly. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness. He's having trouble calling your old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
There's the old man. Of course I have proof.
Even Edgeworth is surprised. I'm surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information you possess ahead of time.
How was I knew ever would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me it isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Is she? I don't think she is. She have actual proof then. Okay, here we go. My voice is like not enjoying this. Alright.
I never said anything out of mean, mind you. That morning during the run through the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. There was a big mess. Apparently sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See it clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers happy.
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may continue. You may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her till she squeals. Alright, here we go. Hold it! You do that.
Give it to me.
Wait, whoops. Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
And if you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs, everything I've said.
Here she goes again. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Morning during the run through the action scene. Wait! He was present at the run through.
We did see. There was Powers, he's a Steel Samurai, and poor old Henry, he was magistrate, and me.
What exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing.
What about the assistant?
She was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run through then. Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I have to make it better for him, of course.
You help make it better.
I kissed him where it hurt.
Weird, okay. Where was the assistant?
Okay, she was cleaning a backdrop. The thing she didn't know about Powers' anchor.
Okay. Broke one of the props, big mess. Hold it! He broke a prop. Sure did his own.
Here's the samurai spear.
His samurai spear, the murder weapon.
Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Okay, sprained his ankle pretty bad, apparently. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
That's the nap.
Anyway, I saw him drag his foot when he walked.
Okay. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where's this Steel Samurai costume now? That's a good question. That's a good question. I did not think about that. Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking through. Anyway, that's not important. Is it? Isn't it? Isn't it little important? Like, seems like that's a little detail you might want to clear up, Edgeworth. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor? Object, because I don't know what to do. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities. We have to agree that his photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Well, what's up your sleeve there, buddy? Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
Alright, here we go.
The time Paul Hammond's death was 2:30, true. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, no one else went to the studio. Then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, first thing I want to do, I want to go and check my evidence. Well, the only thing about it is I already kind of forgot how long they were watching the rehearsal for. It had to have been until, I can't remember, dude. I can't remember. I knew I should have. You're just going to have to press. How do you know about that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Hold it right there. Are you absolutely sure?
Quiet, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking? What about anybody at all?
No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. That's funny. I love you, Maya. That's hilarious. Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? How do you know that?
Did I just explain?
Oh wait, I already went over that part. I looked at that part already. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. All right, let's see. Are you sure? The witnesses answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy. Oh, he doesn't like it either. I'm with you on this one, Edgeworth. Windbag sure has balls. She... Again? You're really thinking about that a lot, Maya. You're really on that. Okay. That means I have to present something. So I've already pressed her on everything. That's at 2 p.m. Man, I'm just like... Shut that guide map again. I'm just confused as to how, like... I'm just confused on what to present. I'm going to read back through everything. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay. Time for Hammer's death was 2:30. True. True. Let's look over all the evidence piece by piece. Okay. The time of Hammer's death is 2:30. Okay, we have the autopsy backing that up, yes. Only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. But we still don't know that was Will Powers. Like, wait, dang it, I already did that. I feel like this is the thing. No one else went there. Wait, why do I keep pressing? Oh, wait.
Well, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen it.
But, man, I'm lost here. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go and present the photo again. Since we still don't know Will Powers, I'm just kind of at a loss right now. Look at this photograph one more time. The photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, it is, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. Oh, and it's picture number 2.
And you I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right, anyway, it's also true the computer at the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work the studio, we might have an opening.
The Brit computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m. photo. Number 2. Oh.
Even I would have been able to take it at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Oh. We got her. We got her, boys.
Photo number 2.
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Ooh. Ooh, I feel bad doing that to her. Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. His evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. If there was only data for one of the photos, who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Eh? Me? You watch your mouth with a snapper. The only person you saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Maybe boy, help.
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
So that you are, you're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, Mr. Windbag.
That's right, I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the studio samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
Great. Great, thanks for telling us. You know, when ahead of time, like when you should have told everyone. Oh, I see. Your testimony, please. I need to like massage my throat a little bit. Okay.
Every day, as I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I look at the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that are suspicious, can you see? Time to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Windbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, some people just remembered it.
Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Insane, dude. Insane. Why are people getting away with this in this court? Just remembering something on the stand. Oh, I forgot about this important detail. How could I forget? Crazy, I just remembered. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Yeah, me too, Maya. Me too. Okay. There's only like 3 things she said, or 4. Okay. Press. Another job. Okay.
That's right, I checked all the people who passed by the main gate that day. I looked closely at every one of the photos the security camera takes.
Do you back up all security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating.
Great. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? What? This is a murder trial, Miss Windbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it,
Okay, I already read that. Not doing it. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
It's a fanboy.
Fanboy?
Still saying we're not fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about what was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were the words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes in the employee area. third grader's been loose for a while. He's outside and realized where they come in.
They come in through the drain.
I told you they were freaks. Oh,
And
they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
kids. It's on the photo you erased.
Here's the boy, by second or third grade.
He's the killer. He's the killer. I knew it. Flashback to Heavy Rain. Everyone's the killer. Everyone did it. It could have been anyone. It could have been this third grader. Order. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade.
Oh, yes, where we see his top there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in second or third grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay it much mind. That's why I erased it down.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Yeah, you tell us your witnesses every single time they take the stand, bro. Sheesh. Mr. Powers. Yeah. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So he was the Steel Samurai in that security photo. How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. I bet what happened is this kid took it. I bet we have a manslaughter case in our hands here. And hear me out. So here's what I think happened. Okay, so dude is sleeping, right? Will Powers is sleeping. Kid comes in through the drain, takes a samurai costume. That's why the leg is dragging. Because it's too short, he's too short for it. Right? He goes in there, he sees Jack Hammer in the evil inquisitor, evil magistrate costume, wants to duel him, accidentally kills him. We have a manslaughter case in our hands. You should take better care of that stuff. No, I couldn't imagine anyone who'd want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. How about one of the many fans of this show, apparently? So where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this. Right, and it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Wow, no bedside manner from this one. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Oh, sorry. Alright, here we go. The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagreed with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Oh, man. Okay, let's just hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that if you're someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Dude. It still could have been the assistant girl, though, because the feet would still be dragging, you know? I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go with my gut and go with the assistant girl. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant. That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh. No, it's because it's shorter than the costume. Remember the testimony considering Powers' injury. Yeah, I know. Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with the costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. No, but like, it's 'cause... Whatever. You guys just don't get it. You just don't get it. Okay? Okay, you're gonna penalize me. Whatever. Nobody knows the triple I scene. May we move on, Mr. Wright? No! See what, Your Honor. One more chance, please. Very well. Go ahead. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the crime? Okay, clearly not the assistant girl. Clearly I flubbed that. I'm gonna go with the... Dude, I don't know, man. I was gonna go with security lady. It was security lady. Wendy Oldbag. Who? Wait, that was not the right voice. The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper.
That's not the right way.
Whippersnapper.
That's it. Order. It's a true Oldbag.
Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you.
Miss Oldbag was seen in guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here, Sherlock Holmes second, baby. I love that, 'cause it actually sounds like something I would say. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection to some new evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Get some, Edgeworth. What's up? What's up, baby?
What's that supposed to be? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Get your ball, don't get some bed, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? Keep pressing. We just gonna... You know? The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one who's under our arrest?
It's only a grade school, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin an old man in 10-second tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright. That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Always a nice to the kids and mean your elders day, whippersnapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
Proof? What are you talking about, pal? Indeed, and let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. Now, proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. Do I? Do I have proof? What proof do I have? I guess the spear, right? So they said it was too heavy for him, right? No, the spear. Your Honor, the murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Guess not. The Windbag speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name? something old bag, Your Honor. Edgeworth is a Chad now. Edgeworth is my boy. Edgeworth. We're getting a drink after this, Edgeworth. We're gonna chill out. We're gonna get some wings, and we're gonna watch the game. You're my boy now. Until the next trial where you annoy me. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Let's go. Never mind.
Wait a second. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking at the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking.
Oh man, come on. Oh great, stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, you must know there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? I love it because Edgeworth is just as frustrated as Phoenix is. We're to testify. Come on, man. I'm already at my, I'm close to my 40-minute mark. We're about to do like a hour of power or something today. Here we go.
Film studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people in studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? They told me just to pretend they hadn't been to studios that day, but if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
You're on the stand. You're on the stand, and you're not going to say it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You work at a studio. You've seen enough lawyer movies to know you can't. Nah. Mr. Oldbag, that's the crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap and I'll do what I'm told.
Not when you're on the stand, apparently. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Rogers, your cross-examination. Okay. Global Studios want to keep quiet about something. Well, what was it? So you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Other people in studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people?
We have the director, the producer, the starters.
Director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of that action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, but I'm surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people? Director
was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime. They had a meeting after that.
Where?
Over the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was Studio 2?
Well, if you look back at the gun map, here it is. You go to the gate all the way to the left.
The part where the path of the monkey's head was fallen over. That's a monkey? That's a monkey? Weird. Okay, let's continue. I think I already asked all my questions, but let's go. They said they had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with what? That seems, fishy. Trial for murder.
I knew that, see. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. No, I'm not done. We're gonna get more info. Pretend they hadn't been in the studios that day. Weird. So they were actually in the studio.
Yes, the whole day when they heard about the murder, they beat
something. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. My boy. I feel sorry for Edgeworth, almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Damn. Who were these people?
And the director and producer.
Okay, we already know that. So that means I have to present some information. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Agreed. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. He's so mad. He's so mad. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the jury's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Cool.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
No, really, it's nothing. Hey, he's talking to me here. He's talking to the lawyer. I take all the bumps, and you're out here taking credit. Unbelievable. If I didn't like you so much, I would just, ring. Ooh. Or should I? We'll be going down to the studio to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. Now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Seal Samurai costume? Could it really have been the old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
No, I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
What?
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit with you soon.
Thanks, guys.
He's just a big old teddy bear. Alright, we did it. We did it. I love that little dun 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 dun. Alright. I'm gonna overwrite that data, and we're done. We're chilling, guys. So that is all for that episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the trial. I know I did. That was very entertaining. I don't think my throat is completely ruptured, so I think we're good. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next Wednesday for our next investigation. See you guys then.